just press record there on another midweek update in November.
Good to see you two and everyone.
Yes, good to see you. We have a number of things we want to move through today, but we're going to start by having Amy talk a little bit about upcoming breakout groups in the all-church Zoom calls. So we have a couple things coming up. Amy, you want to tell us?
Sure. So on November 8th, we'll have a breakout session during the all-church Zoom call, which will be a sermon talk on with Kurt. And so pay attention during the sermon. You might take some notes, and it'll just be a good conversation about what gets stirred up.
That sounds exciting.
It will be exciting.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
It will be great. And then on November 22nd, there will be a breakout session again during the all-church Zoom call where the women's Bible and book study will be presenting. We've just finished the book, See No Stranger by Valerie Kaur, and we'd like to bring her story to you. So we'll be watching her TED Talk, and then we'll all have the opportunity to respond together. And I'm hoping that some of the women from the Bible and book study will bring some of their favorite quotes. And then we'd like to end it with opening it up to hear what books you're reading that are impacting your personal and spiritual journey in a positive way. So those two are coming up.
That sounds great. And then as we think about other things coming up, Seth, do you want to talk a little bit about the youth versus staff activity?
Yes. So we have been sort of highlighting and saving the date that this Sunday at 6:30, we're going to have a live stream event, youth versus staff fundraiser. And I'm going to just, keep you in suspense on exactly what that's going to look like. But I want to know a few details for things for those that want to watch and participate. One is that there'll be a link, just like the YouTube worship links we get each week. And that will be in the emails that we get on Friday and then again on Sunday. So you'll have that link and you will watch just like you do the weekly worship services live stream. So that's one thing. The other thing is that we are going to have a button in the giving button on our website. That will be one way to give to the youth ministries, as well as you could just mail those in or drop them at the church. So we'll have that button for the next 2 weeks. You don't have to give it in the hour window of our event on Sunday night, but an opportunity to support the youth as they look at the possibilities of work camps this summer and maybe in some different ways. And as we obviously still continue to look towards other things that we might do within the youth ministry realm. So that's one way to support the youth. And then the other thing that I want you to know about is about the live chat feature that YouTube has. We turn off that feature during the worship services that we have. So it's not something that you can regularly access in the videos that you've been seeing on YouTube, but we did access it once before, and for I guess it was Amy, it was on your call Sunday, we accessed that feature. And we're going to access that to have a way to be a little interactive. It's not something that you have to do. You can just watch it and you don't have to even worry about that. But if you want to, I asked Zach Urbaugh to share a little bit with us just about how that feature works and where it's at in YouTube. So you're going to hear his voice. You're not going to see him. He's just the voice behind the computer. I'm going to share my screen here and show you this little instructional video.
We're going to use the chat feature of YouTube this weekend. Some of you might remember using it for our council meetings. You'll need to open the YouTube video on a computer or phone. Chat might not work if you're watching directly from a smart TV. On a computer, you should see the chat window to the right of the video. just click below your name where you see the words "Say Something," then hit enter to send your message. From a phone, things will look slightly different. If you hold the phone upright, you should see the live chat window right away. And if not, you can tap the live chat button. Enter your message and hit send. I'll be monitoring the chat during the live stream to relay messages and answer questions. I look forward to seeing you there.
So I'm excited that Zach's going to be navigating that, and there are going to be some fun ways that you can participate in that and help make it sort of an interactive experience in a little different way. And excited for the staff to and the youth to interact and fellowship together.
That's great. And you're not going to tell us anything about what's actually going to happen in the youth versus staff event. You just have to tune in and find out.
Well, on the slide it says we're doing little challenges that you have to do in 60 seconds or less. So I think that's a good enough tease for you.
Okay, good. I don't know what happened to my picture. It's like suddenly the sun has shifted and there's like a rainbow.
It's gorgeous. It's really, I think it's a good omen for the staff youth competition. That's how I'm going with it.
Yeah.
All right, well, okay. Moving along, Amy, would you like to talk a little bit about the next round for women's book and Bible study?
Yes. So we have just concluded with a book, and we've chosen to start up again. We're taking a 1-week break. So we'll start up again on November 17th, which is a Tuesday at 3:30 in the afternoon. This will be on Zoom because we're heading into the winter months, which means that more people can access and be a part of this, and we really welcome folks. We're using the book Braiding Sweetgrass by Robin Wall Kimmerer and it'll be for a number of weeks. I think we'll probably move through 2 chapters every week. We'll figure that rhythm out. And so we'll be together most of the winter looking at creation, at plants, at wisdom. I'm really looking forward to this book. So Tuesdays at 3:30, starting November 17.
Great. I probably should also mention that there's a men's study group that's starting up. We're also going to be going to Zoom because weather is going to be changing. Please look in the newsletter for some details about that. David Dowd is the contact person. The group is originally, we thought, limited to 8 because we were going to be outside, but it may be bigger than that since we're going on Zoom. So have a look at the newsletter if you're interested in a men's group for studying. As we finish up, I just want to acknowledge that this is a strange day as we've moved through Election Day yesterday, and really what was Election Day is going to be Election Week, because there are things that are still in process. We don't know what some of the results are. There's going to be push and pull for certain, but I just want to encourage us to be supportive of each other, to be patient, to extend grace to people who have different ideas than we do, and to trust that as we seek that dry ground under our feet, the things that have to do with our sense of identity and integrity, that we can keep walking, we can keep moving forward. And that was the refrain that I had at the end of the sermon: keep walking, keep walking. And maybe it's not a bad refrain for these days in this week. We'll keep moving forward, not just individually, but together. And what a blessing it is to have a community of faith, to have brothers and sisters in Christ, to be part of a body in times like this. So just a word of encouragement for all of us as we move through this time. Any last thoughts that either of you want to share?
Well, thanks, Kurt. Thanks, Amy.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're glad to be together, and we look forward to Sunday. So everybody take good care.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Everyone.